I seen webs in the corners, cracks in between, crickets crickling at night, or whatever they do. Yeah, y'all was on my head like, where's the content? What did y'all subscribe for? Empty channel?
You cannot be for real.
Like literally, here's the potential of what these videos can bring. Nothing's coming out. This is how the channel is. But when summer comes, it's a leveling up. We hit 500. I want to thank y'all. Today I think this is number 10 scary animation. Today I'm gonna try to find the scariest of the three that we do. You already know who I'm going to first. Boy, you already know. It's just like weird, creepy, mixed into a ball, mixed into a drink, mixed into a potion, mixed into gum, slushy, Sonic type stuff. Weird, creepy, funny, nightmare fuel. Okay, so the first one that we're doing today is called Gumballs in the Park. Let's just ruin everybody's childhood, you know? Let's just do it. Let's just ruin everybody's childhood.
No cap.
Like Berleezy said, that shirt bust. Boy, y'all comment what's your name? I forgot. The pants are swelled up. Boy, your muscles are just, you use steroids. Your head shaped like a pickle with hair. And your nipples aren't even pepperonis. They're large pizzas. Why? Mordecai, I'm back on you. Your belly button, why is it red?
Dude, when we get done raking these leaves, we should go watch a movie and order a pizza.
You read my mind.
Looking good, boys. Looking very good indeed. You both have done such a good job today. Don't see why you couldn't give yourself a little reward, right?
Like the day off?
How about a gumball?
Is that nipples?
I don't think, unless you both think that you haven't been doing a good job, and if that's the case, maybe I should just let you go. I hate to fire you, because in my eyes, you both have been doing so well.
We've been trying our best.
Ew.
Jolly good show. Jolly good.
Yo, one thing that I noticed while he was walking up, off of everything that this whole scene got going on, why this dude got cake?
Jolly good show. Jolly good show.
Yeah, we've been working hard lately, Benson.
I know you boys have. That's why I want to spoil you with a little treat.
Jolly good show.
Just walk away, bruh.
Go on and get yourself one. Better spit on those fingers. These old hinges aren't getting any younger.
And you're gonna do it.
Just a little spin. For both of us. Uh-oh. Looks like somebody got a reward.
I'm gonna get back to work.
Good luck,
you should
Rigby.
Smile more. You look so much prettier when you smile. Now, don't tell anyone I told you this, but
Dude.
you're my favorite here.
Dude.
I think you can go a
No.
long way in this company. If you were just a bit more of a team player. Do you think you can be a team player for me, Rigby?
Can you get off my neck?
The cologne is intoxicating.
I don't think I want a gumball, Benson. I should probably get back to work.
Come on, no one's looking.
Bro, he put his
So well,
spit
I
on
think
there.
You deserve 2 gumballs.
I don't
Yo.
really.
If it's good for me.
Your eyes are red. You need help, sir.
There's one. I think you have a great future here. You're my number 2, you know. Hey, but don't tell anyone else that. They'd probably get jealous. Go on and take it. You deserve it.
Yo, what's in them gumballs?
Easy now. It's tender. God, you're good, baby. Go on and get it. God, you're good, baby. Go on.
In this situation, I would not be chewing that gum. You got me bent. You got me literally bent. Meat Canyon. Hit me up if you need some help, bro. This right here, bro. You get a lot of views. A lot of people are ruined. In that situation, he's on my back, waiting for me to get a gumball. Breathing my neck, talking about my cologne. You know what I'm doing? He's like this. Got his arm on me. Boom!
God, you're good, baby. Go on. Go on and get it. Go get back to work.
But hey, can you do me a favor?
I would not be walking back
Can
to
you
him.
have a great day for me?
Did he just clap her cheeks? Ew. Yo, no, let's go back to that scene. Hello? Is this 911? Can you give me a call to the military? Yes. Yes, I have him on my screen. I have evidence of him being pretty messy. Yes. Yes, the guy off a regular show with the gumballs. Yo, he put something in there and we need help. Yes? How many times are you gonna knock? Come on in. The next one that we have, our second one of today, is called The Playhouse by somebody that's been kind of quiet on YouTube with animation. Llama Arts. What's up? Tell me. Yes, come here. Get closer. What's up? I know I haven't uploaded in a while. But you could already explain myself. What's up with you? Sometimes my voice be getting so high, and then like when I wake up, you know, that voice the girls love, they just chew that up. What's up, baby girl? You wanted to go to Waffle House? I think we should get Chinese food instead. Just to go. The Playhouse.
We live on several acres in rural Indiana, USA. Our neighbors aren't too far apart, but we all live on a lot of property.
Okay.
On our properties, we have a lot of trees, and our neighbor doesn't maintain their property well. So a lot of it's overgrown.
Trash.
You know, a couple of fallen trees and a lot of downed branches. We knew the state of their
Pathetic.
property was probably because it was an older couple that owned the house and the property was vast. We have a creek separating our homes as well, but a small strip of their property is accessible from our backyard. Due to the overgrowth in trees, we weren't able to see much of their property when we first moved in the summer, and of course we didn't go onto their land because we didn't want to trespass. One night, my daughter and her friend were camping in the backyard and ran inside, swearing that they heard a kid laughing or crying in our backyard. I figured it was their imagination from too many scary stories while in the tent, but went out to investigate briefly just in case.
Alright, look me in my face. Don't take this the wrong way, but have we seen this in too many movies? It's kind of getting repetitive. My kid came and told me they heard kids talking, playing. What? Let them play. Come inside then. Like, I'm not finna be outside. I went to investigate. And low-key, she's a baddie.
You cannot be for real.
Why you stupid? Why you dumb? Why you risk your life because you want to be nosy? Really,
but went out to investigate briefly just in case. I heard a faint noise coming from just beyond our property line. I moved the flashlight into the general direction and called out to whoever may be in the trees.
Hey.
The sound stopped.
Hello.
I decided it was probably just a couple of stray cats, but just in case, I had the girls set up the tent in the living room. The next day, after taking my daughter's friend home, curiosity got the best of me, and I decided to investigate the area by our property line.
Oh my gosh.
As I
Curiosity killed the
trees,
cat.
I saw a small path I had never noticed before. Since I knew my neighbors were too far and the trees were too thick, they couldn't see me on their property, so I stepped onto the small path. I walked slowly, looking down, watching for poison ivy and fallen branches. I wasn't too far in when I saw a dirty, broken kid's toy on the ground, wrapped in overgrown weeds.
If you
I
touch
looked up, and in the distance I saw a small, white shed-like structure.
Y'all know that dude off of TikTok that we be reacting to them videos, and then at the end of the video, he just like,
To get down. Ten goals on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just got down. I revived him. Now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park streets. Look at the map.
this wouldn't even have been a story if you just stayed to yourself. The next day you went to investigate. Do you even have a job? Why do you have time to go off by yourself with no weapon and try to investigate something that is not even on your property? This, I don't know how many times I'm gonna pause it. Let me chill.
As I got closer, there were more and more toys scattered on the ground, some partially buried, all broken and dirty. Then there was barbed wire, and I could see the front of the shed and realized it was a large playhouse with a wooden alphabet decorating the outside. I was starting to feel uneasy. This playhouse was at least half a mile or more from the only house on the property. I stopped in my tracks, letting my imagination go a little, when I felt a tap on my shoulder. I must have jumped a foot off the ground, only to turn around and see that my daughter had followed me. Once my heart slowed down, I decided to get a closer look. There was more broken barbed wire fencing on the ground the closer we got.
So you're teaching your daughter to be nosy.
The side was broken, and there was a hole in the roof. There was a broken train set, one a kid would be able to ride on. The front door had a white piece of wood set to lock someone in, not keep people out.
Oh, heck
At
no.
this point, my daughter was in full panic mode and begging for us to walk back to our house. But I had to at least look through the window, or my mind would wander with all the possibilities of what could be in there. As I was stepping to the side of the shed, my daughter was following close behind. In her fear, she was paying more attention to me than where she was stepping, and she cut her leg pretty deep on some barbed wire that was hidden in overgrowth. I quickly glanced inside the window.
Did she even check?
Partially dirt floor and broken wood,
Oh my
and
gosh.
a large wooden bench with a dark stain on top.
Who
I
boo-booed?
picked up my daughter, who was determined her leg was going to fall off. We left the neighbor's property, and I took her to the doctor to get a tetanus shot and get her cleaned up.
Last time, I'm gonna pause it. First thing. So you had to check first before you checked if your daughter's okay. Yo, I'm finna roast. Second, look at that bone. Look at the bones on that body. Third, what are you finna tell the doctor? We went as a daughter and mom type of time, and she fell and got cut on some barbed wire because we wanted to be nosy on somebody else's property.
Get her cleaned up.
Ew.
That night after dinner, I let the dog out, but couldn't get her to come back in. I let her stay outside for a while and checked again a little later.
You got
Our
me
dog
bad.
still wouldn't come in, and I noticed she was standing by the path we took earlier.
That's a problem.
I grabbed a flashlight and her leash and headed out to her. She was pacing, whining, and sniffing around everywhere. I figured it was from the blood earlier, but she never ventured onto the path. Then, I heard the giggling of a little girl. I called out to the child, but there was no answer in return, just some rustling in the leaves. I ran inside with the dog
Even a
to
dog
check on my
running.
daughter to make sure that she was still in the house. She was laying in bed, fast asleep.
Yo, that bed look
The next
uncomfortable.
morning, I went straight to the playhouse, but as I was approaching, something was wrong. The broken toys seemed to be in different places, and when I got to the playhouse, my heart felt like it was a ton of bricks. All over the side of the playhouse were children's drawings in my daughter's blood.
Ooh. Okay, Llama Arts, I haven't seen your videos in a while, but are you gonna come? You're coming back on that type of ending? Give me a scare. Give me something. Aim. This channel has created other good horror stories, a good couple, but this last one is called I Drove Through a Town Full of Fake People.
I had just left my mother's house after visiting her on her birthday.
Okay.
She lives a state over from me, and while I don't visit as often as I should, I try to make it out there when I do get a chance. I had left my mother's a little after 4 p.m., and for the first hour or so, I was met with an outrageous amount of congestion. I think I ended up sitting on the highway without moving for a total of 20 minutes straight. My GPS came to life informing me of a severe accident further down the road.
That would have had me high.
Although I wasn't surprised, I was grateful to have something to blame on this bad traffic.
Hold up, before you continue, my guy, you said 20 minutes sitting in one spot, and you haven't touched your McDonald's fries. You know they're cold, and you know it. If you have went to McDonald's, if you know what McDonald's are, boy, you have to eat those fries first. At least in the span of 10, like, you have to start eating them quick, because if they get cold, they're disgusting.
Although I wasn't surprised, I was grateful to have something to blame on this bad traffic. As my car crept further down the road, my GPS with her overly chipper voice suggested that I take a detour. At that point, anything was better than sitting in this metaphorical hell. Eventually, I made it. My GPS began to plot a new route home as I drove along the side road. Around 10 minutes later, I found myself driving alongside farmland for as far as the eye could see. While I was still a little frustrated at sitting in traffic, being able to drive consistently with a relaxing view did help calm me down a bit. A few minutes later, my gas light appeared.
Oh man.
And I sighed as this just seemed to add on to my many driving frustrations.
You should have been seeing that.
I was pulling up to an intersection when I saw a sign for a town to my right. Running out of options, I made my way down the road.
Humbug Town?
When I first pulled into town, I was surprised at how barren it was.
What? Humbug?
There was a small gas station on the edge of town, a post office nearby, and a few residential houses further down the road.
This is fire.
Putting the thought to the back of my mind once again, I pulled into the gas station as the sun was beginning to set. After getting out of my car, I saw that the pump had a "Please pay inside" sign taped to it.
Cash only.
When I stepped through the doors, I locked eyes with the man behind the counter.
No, he locked eyes with you while you were driving into town. You know he never blinks. He never blinked at all. If he blinks in the scene, in this whole film, I'm gonna be surprised. You're fake.
When I stepped through the doors, I locked eyes with the man behind the counter. I gave him a nod as I walked over to the coolers to grab a water.
I'm like,
I walked up to the counter and set my water down and asked him to put 20 on the pump outside. He just stared at me for a moment with a grin that seemed forced.
Please blink.
He simply nodded, pressed a few buttons on the register, then returned to his previously motionless demeanor.
Are you gonna blink?
I asked him how much it was for the water, but the man didn't acknowledge me at all. Feeling too tired to deal with all this, I just set a 20 and a few ones on the counter and headed out to my car. As I was filling up my car, I noticed something even stranger than the gas station clerk. There was a woman standing in the middle of the street.
What if she just got hit by a car?
I watched her until my tank was topped off.
That would have been funny.
Wondering what the hell she was doing.
I'm like...
As I approached her,
what?
I asked her if she was doing all right. To which she replied, "Oh yes, we are happy here."
Ill.
At this point,
why is
I
she
was
shiny?
ready to leave, and not just because my gas tank was full.
Because you actually want to get to your destination?
As I drove through the town, more and more things stuck out at me.
Why are you driving so slow?
The post office nearby had 4 people standing outside of its doors. Though I have a friend who works at the post office, and they don't stay open very late at all. So either this was a unique post office, or those people were waiting to get inside a closed building. I began to pass by the houses next.
Okay, wow.
One house had a man raking his front lawn. Normal enough, although there wasn't a single leaf anywhere to be found.
Yo.
Across the street from him was a house that had a small seesaw in the front yard, with 2 children playing on it. Except, they were both sitting on it evenly, staring at each other, not going up and down.
Wait, pause. What?
I started to pick up my pace as I wanted more and more to get out of this strange town.
Why didn't you just go back from where you came?
But I soon regretted that decision as flashing lights filled my rearview mirror. I groaned as I pulled over to the side of the street.
For what?
He slowly walked up to my window and stood there.
Ill.
I had been pulled over before, and one thing I learned is you wait for instructions from the officer. I rolled down the window and asked if there was a problem. You have the right to remain silent.
He's shiny.
I gave him a confused look and asked if I was under
disgusting.
arrest. To which he spoke again. It's illegal to drive a car, sir.
Oh,
he then leaned down
you're
and
driving a
stuck his
car.
head
You're
inside
breaking
my
the
car
law.
window before saying, "Have a nice day." Taking a moment to compose myself, I looked around and noticed that all the people were now staring at me. The man raking his leafless yard.
If those
The
kids,
2 children.
yuck.
Everyone was staring at my car now. The one that was standing in the middle of the street near the gas station. Well, she was still in the street, but right in front of me now.
Oh, run her over. Look at her neck. She's
In a
like,
deep, gravelly voice that obviously didn't belong to her. She said,
"Join us."
I have never stomped my foot on the gas pedal that hard before.
Did you
in my
hit her?
life.
I would have hit her.
Squealed down the road, and I didn't let off until I started to see the cornfields once again. Once I was back on the highway, a tidal wave of relief washed over me.
I would have hit 100.
I didn't get off the highway until I was finally home. When I made it home, I couldn't stop thinking about all those weird people.
Hold up. Is that Steve Harvey?
When I made it home, I couldn't stop thinking about all those weird people. How they all looked like people, but they didn't act like people. I know this must sound confusing to all of you, but it's just as confusing to me. I'm not entirely sure who they are, or even what they are. But I think next year, I'll just send my mom a card for her birthday.
That's the resolution of this story. That was something. Okay, that was fire. That was a fire little 3 set. Okay, y'all comment if you made it this far. You have to comment which one was your favorite. Since the last one was new, the last one has to be my favorite. But what was your favorite? You have to comment if you're watching me right now. Like literally none of them blinked. Like what's up? Like what's your problem? Alright, if you enjoyed, make sure you smash a like. Y'all show love on all of these. I'm gonna try to be, y'all already know, summer we're leveling up. We're going up a level. We're not even at nowhere near our full potential. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share and smash the bell. Share to your pet toe. I'll see y'all next video. Peace.